Right up. Got it.
60-minute show in there.
Right up.
And did you say about the band?
Yeah, there's a band there.
When we
A
kept
band.
Together.
Yeah, I can't believe you haven't seen this. It's the greatest show ever.
Ever.
There's a 6-piece band that we jammed
Before
into
you
that corner.
leave, I want to show you something.
Okay.
It'll take you a couple
All right.
minutes.
All right, so
All right.
seal up, and we are ready to go. You ready, Bob?
Ready?
Give us a clap, Matt. Point to him. You get that?
Got it.
All right, and in 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, our guest tonight won the Emmy last year for playing Walter White in AMC's hit series Breaking Bad, which begins its second season this month. Ladies and gentlemen, Bryan Cranston.
Oh,
Hey!
I had to find my way out of the closet somehow.
Sure.
How are you, Bob?
I'm great, Bryan. How are you?
Fantastic. A little underdressed, I
I
imagine.
think you look terrific. Who is that guy?
That's me.
That's you?
Bad.
Oh, that's from Breaking Bad.
Yes.
Did the guy who did the Obama thing do
No,
that
we
too?
totally ripped it off.
That sucks.
Yes. No. One of our editors, Kelly, did this.
Kelly.
Yeah.
She's great.
She's fantastic.
Yeah,
Who
she's
doesn't love
wonderful.
Kelly?
You know, Breaking
And
Bad.
who doesn't love that band?
The band is the best.
Ah!
What do you say?
Rockin'.
All right. Breaking Bad, second season, you play. You might as well tell it. Tell the. I know. Look, I know what you play.
Nicely done.
You play a meth a guy who.
Okay,
is
let
a
me tell
terminal.
it.
I'm going to tell you. Now you've challenged me.
I've thrown down the gauntlet. I challenge you.
You play a Walter White who has terminal lung cancer.
Yeah.
You're worried about his family, particularly your son who has cerebral palsy.
Right.
And
right.
you start a meth.
Of course, I wouldn't put that in a press release, but it's really, I mean, in a nutshell, it's a story about a good man who makes bad decisions. He's a high school chemistry teacher, 50 years old. He's living with depression right now because of missed opportunities years and years ago. And then on top of that now, he finds out he has terminal lung cancer. Right. So thinking, what's his destiny from here on? His wife is going to nurse him, empty his bedpan and wipe his drool, and then on top of that, he'll still die.
Yeah.
And then in addition, they're going to wipe out their entire insurance, and he'll leave them penniless. So that's his legacy. That's what he has to live for.
So do you only do comedies? Is this all you're into?
It's lighthearted, Bob. and so what he decides to do is what he feels he only can do. Use his chemistry background to cook crystal meth, become a drug dealer for a year, make as much money as he can for his family, and then die. It's a laugh riot.
What happens when you die? The show's, I mean...
Show's over.
Right, but so what if this thing is such a huge hit, it has to go on for the next 10 years?
Well, that's the dilemma. You know,
Right.
when your show first went on, everybody thought it was going to die.
Sure, instantly.
But no,
No.
it kept going.
Absolutely.
It's on life support, but it's going.
It is going. I have terminal lung cancer.
Do you really?
No, that's not funny. Why would you bring that up?
I don't know. That's yeah.
Other words...
It's darkly humorous.
I don't even
would
think
say
it's that.
You know, are you the type of person that when you see someone trip on a sidewalk and fall on their face and drop their groceries and do a face plant, do you laugh?
I do.
You would love this show. Because you're an a-hole. That's
Yes.
why.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Finally. Someone knows.
Someone has pegged me.
Someone knows. All right. Other words,
Yes.
slang for meth. Give me some slang for meth.
Crystal.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else?
You're in the show, right?
I am, but I make it.
You're learning about
See,
it.
I'm not the street guy.
No.
I don't have the street cred at all.
Crank.
Crank.
Ice.
Ice.
Snappy.
Crank was also, by coincidence, the name of my high school girlfriend.
Crank?
Yeah. she was a piece of work.
She sounds hot. Rotting
Ice.
teeth.
Yeah. Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, in all sincerity, this drug is horrible.
Yeah.
And it is.
You're telling me.
Is ruining society everywhere. You know, but
It really isn't. Is it? When's the last time I bumped into a meth guy?
Yeah, but you live in different circles. You live in a garage.
You're right.
You know, that's
You're
why
right. You're right.
you showed me around. It's fantastic that there's one little two-car garage.
One car. Single car.
Single car
Yeah.
garage.
And there, by the way, there's a meth guy out in the alley behind the garage.
What
so I
people
was
don't
wrong.
know, what you don't know at home is that, see this panel here? can you see that? It's a Murphy bed. This is where Bob sleeps. It comes down and he sleeps.
That would be great.
Underneath there's a dresser drawer.
Would you like to come in under with me?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Come on, you're all methed out.
No.
You'd love to do that.
I'm vibrating.
Did you do a lot of research for this role?
You know, I did the research from the chemistry standpoint. I
Yeah.
went to shadow a chemistry professor at USC.
Yeah.
Just to learn the nomenclature again.
Right.
And yes, I said nomenclature. and then
By the way, another slang for meth.
Exactly.
Yeah. Give me some of that
Give me
nomenclature.
that nomenclature. All right. So $5 a nomenclature.
Yeah.
And just to learn, what the difference between an Erlenmeyer flask and a round bottom boiling flask, and this what you do.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know.
Oh, come on.
I know. I should have come to you.
Yes.
You've
yes.
got all the answers.
You should have shadowed me.
I know.
You met your wife on the set of Airwolf.
Yes.
Right? She was an actress playing a woman who you had taken hostage.
That's exactly right. This is like 23 years ago
Yeah.
on this show.
I like to keep topical.
Which I gotta say was one of the worst ideas I've ever thought of.
Really?
Now, well, here's the pitch for Airwolf.
Okay.
Back in the 80s.
Right.
All right, here it is.
I'm sorry, I wasn't born yet.
You
so-
oh, shut up. We want a show starring a helicopter.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, and helicopter swoops in and saves people. Oh,
Sure.
great. What about the second show? Second show, the helicopter meets another helicopter. They fall in love. What do you do with a helicopter? It's
know.
amazing how that show
I
lasted.
do know
for
they're not a pain in the ass on the set.
Yes.
That I know.
Yes. Oh, the helicopter wouldn't come out of its trailer.
Exactly.
The whole thing. I want oil. I want a new case of oil every morning, or I'm not going anywhere.
Right. So you met your wife on the set
I
of
did,
Airwolf.
yeah.
Were you a regular?
No. I was
just the
irregular.
guy. You were irregular.
Which is not a good thing to be.
No.
I was, as is the case with most actors getting started. You bounce around and do show to show, and you got to play bad guys because all the good characters are usually the series regulars.
Right.
So I played a lot of bad guys on a variety of different shows, and I was the bad guy of the week of this show. And my wife was one of the hostages, one of the victims of the week, as were the men and women roles back then. And so I held a gun to her and threatened to kill her or date her, and gave her choice.
Yeah.
Because I'll off you right now, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great way to go.
Oh, you want to date? Okay, I'll put it this way.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was it. You guys were, and did you hold her when you were holding her? Did you hold her a little
Well, it was
tighter
like,
to your...
you smell good.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, yeah.
And that ain't a pistol.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah. I thought you put your gun away. I did. Oh, sorry. That happens sometimes.
No, you were obviously on Malcolm in the Middle. You became, that's where you exploded. I mean, from a character actor to a lead actor, you just blew up. Right?
Wow.
I call it explosion.
Yes.
Explosion.
Explosion.
You did crazy things on that show. One of the craziest I saw, you were covered with bees, live bees.
Insane. Our showrunner was a guy named Linwood Boomer.
He still is, by the way.
He's still the showrunner?
No, he's still a guy.
Linwood, the show's over. You go, no, it's not. I'm not leaving. Golf security. He had this vision, and he would come to me and he said, throughout this series, I'm going to put you in situations that I wouldn't do.
Right.
But I'm going to ask you if you want to do it, and if you do, then okay. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. Well, we had this image of covering you in bees. How does that feel? Because I wouldn't do that. And I said, yeah, I'll do it. And so we did, and there were 30,000 bees on me from my waist covering, and the only thing you could see was my face like that. And the bee guy put a little, off or whatever it was, and just did this on my face, so that the bees would crawl on and go, oh, I hate that, and they would go off the area that you put this, right? And otherwise, he took a little vial of the queen's pheromones.
Oh, it wasn't even the queen. It was just the
pheromones from the queen at the hive.
Yeah.
And he had a little eyedropper, and he would put it all over my clothes and all over my body, everywhere. Bump, 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 bump. And then he would shovel up on a dustpan the bees like this, and just lay them on me, and then they would just start crawling up, and bees were all over. I mean, it was, but the interesting thing, you'd think it would be a horrific experience.
Yeah.
And I was, meditating so that I wouldn't freak out because the
Sure.
worst thing you could do is, no, please,
Bees everywhere! Yeah, that would have not
that would have been
good.
bad. So what I did is start meditating, but when you have 30,000 bees on you and they're all humming and moving, there was a slight vibration. Oh. It was warm.
Oh.
It felt like I was sitting in one of those vibrating Brookstone chairs. And I was, and I swear to God, they're going, "Are you okay?" And I'm going, "Yeah, I'm fine." And like this. And one time my knees even buckled, and I almost like, uh-oh. That would have.
that would have been
I almost
bad.
felt. I was so relaxed. It
By
was
the way,
unbelievable.
Brookstone is now selling the bee chair.
The bee chair.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's just a normal chair, but covered
But I did get stung
pheromones.
twice.
You did?
Yeah. Once on the shoulder when they were brushing them off.
Okay.
And one in twins. I got stung
Twins?
in the twins.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
No, it is not.
Oh my God. That's
Look, I'm going to show you the bee sting that
That is the worst nightmare I've ever heard in my life. Getting stung by a bee in the nuts.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad?
I got to tell you.
You will like it.
A little bit of pain goes a long way. If you've ever, no, never mind. We won't go down that road.
Yeah.
But what I realized.
My wife was like, those look great tonight.
Look, they're swell. So
Awful.
what I realized
Yeah.
is that when you're wearing 30,000 bees,
Yeah.
it shouldn't come as a surprise to you if you get stung. You know what I mean? You're an idiot if you go, "What's that? What happened?"
But you knew you were going to get stung once.
Well, the beekeeper said you might,
Right.
but not necessarily. I've done this to a lot of people and they haven't gotten stung.
Really?
Yeah. The anatomic part of the bee is that if you touched it, it automatically whips up and stings the offender.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why if you stepped on even a dead bee, you can get stung. Remember? They have no
nervous
control.
system
It's a
thing.
nervous system. They have no control of it.
Right.
The only time a bee lands on you is for two reasons. They've been buzzing around and they're tired and they just need to rest.
Right.
Or you're wearing something very colorful and they think you're a flower momentarily. And when they land on you and they go, "Not a flower. Let's get out of here. I'm going to rest a little bit." And then they go. They have no intention of killing. The only time a bees can be a little dangerous is if you're around the hive where the queen is and if you're messing about, and then they'll attack.
You really are like the Johnny Cochran of bees, defending these guys like they need a defense.
Yes. If the stinger fits.
I heard you do. You do a terrific Brad Garrett impression.
No, we don't. I don't. Raymond. That's all I do.
That was it.
That was it. Well, wait a minute. See, you set that up.
I did. Yes, I set that up.
Did I tell you?
You've been
Did
bugged.
I tell you that I did it? By the way,
What?
Ask me about Brad Garrett. I do a terrific impression. Did I do that? I didn't do
You
that.
just did.
No, I didn't.
Come on.
I did not. No, I mean, no, that, you know where that came from? I lost again to Brad Garrett one year at the Emmys.
Yeah.
He was, going to the Emmys, and you sit down, and you're very grateful that you're there.
Sure.
And invited to the party, and you're nominated, and that's wonderful. And you sit there, and the very first category that comes up is Best Actor in a Supporting Role in a Comedy. And the winner is Brad Garrett, or Jeremy Piven, or David Hyde Pierce. And then I go, 3.5 more hours to sit here like this.
That's it.
I'm heavy.
That's when you go in the lobby and cover yourself with bees.
That's right, and come out blottoed and yell at the people on stage.
Absolutely.
So then I had to present afterward, and I come out, and then it just hit me just to start that when Jane just asked me, Jane Kazmara, and she said, "I'm sorry you didn't win the Emmy." I said, and it just came to me, "That's all right. I don't need it."
So then you did it on national
I
television.
did it on national television, and then all of a sudden, from that little 2 words or something, they go, "Oh, he does a killer Brad Garrett," and I go, "I do."
You're all of a sudden opening it in Caesar's Palace.
Exactly. The new Danny Gans.
Yes.
Yeah. I did a impression of Johnny Carson once on the Craig Kilborn show.
Yeah.
And his audience was filled with delinquents and people on parole.
Of course.
And they're all under 20.
Yeah.
And so he he kind of eggs me on to do it. And so, okay, I go into a little Johnny Carson. Crickets out there. They're like, who's Johnny Carson? I don't know who that.
He is one of my heroes.
Is he?
Do Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson would talk like this, and he would have a stammer like this. I did not know that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And he would say, Ed is he's busy drinking Budweiser out of his Alpo bowl. Ed, you know that. So I do, and I did that, and it's like I'm looking out there, and there's nothing going on. They're going, I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know.
Now, Craig Kilborn, though, he must have.
Craig Kilborn,
totally into it.
Craig Kilborn actually admonished them.
Yeah.
Now, you idiots don't know. That was pretty good. So,
you also do you overdub Japanese anime in English. Wait, no, that's Japanese. You
Japanese.
overdub Japanese anime in Japanese?
Well, you have to ask me. I do many different languages. All gibberish, but many different languages.
But how did you? That must be fun.
It was. But you're an actor starting out, and
I'm not. You are.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was.
Oh, okay.
But this is my 30th year as a professional actor, by the way.
Wow.
And probably my last after I appear on
We're in
the
a
show.
garage.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But when you first start out, you need money to pay for your rent and for your photos and resumes and things like that. So you're taking whatever is offered to you. And I had an opportunity to do some dubbing, as they call it. And so foreign films would come into the States, and we would dub them into English. And same thing with Japanese anime. And so we'd, take these and do these funny things. And it was like, I've never seen
But
any
you were
of them,
embarrassed by it because you used a pseudonym. Lee Stone.
Lee Stone, yeah.
Lee Stone.
Yes. You should be a PI.
Why not?
You're so good.
Why not you?
Because I didn't want that. I didn't want it's.
Yeah, you don't want to be known for that for the rest of your life.
No, it's like you using Bob Kushell.
That's not my name.
I know it's not
my
you.
name is Lee Stone.
No, it is. It's Steve Hitler or something like that.
Come on.
It's some very unfortunate name.
Come on, that is a
very
bad
unfortunate.
name. Steve Hitler.
You would change that.
I would. I did change that to Bob Kushell.
Dave Hitler or something would be more appropriate.
Dave Hitler. I always wondered, by the way, what if his name, he was Walt Disney, but what if his name was Walt Hitler? Would it have been Hitlerland? Would we be going to Hitlerland? And if it was the opposite, would Disney be invading Poland?
The Wonderful World of Hitler, brought to you in living color. Hey, a little thing on Walt Disney, they say that he was a Nazi sympathizer.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Been great having you on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks
I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Bob.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week. Brian, you're terrific.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, really.
Thank you, Dave.
Should we just do another? We always do another exit because we have to edit these things and we don't know what's staying and what's going.
Right.
So
just say Brian, and you can wrap it up. It's
All
been
right.
a pleasure having you.
That's okay. Say Brian.
I know. It's very exciting.
Brian, it has been a pleasure having you.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks so much
Appreciate
for being
it.
here. All
Good
right,
to be
guys,
here.
we will see you next week. You're terrific.
Thank you.
And handsome.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, stop it.